Yo, great morning out there. Great morning. Hey, yo, man, it's a blessed one again. Another one, man. Hey, yo, Craig ain't here today, man. So we want to give a shout out to the brother, man. He on vacation, enjoying his week with his kids, man. His daughter graduated, so congratulations, bro, on that, man. That's a success. To move on to the next journey of life, man. So we applaud you, for being there, flying out, doing what you're supposed to do. Huh?
Peace. Have a great time, bro. We love you over here.
Yo, so we back. So I got my brother with me again, man. You already know William Shaw, a.k.a. BU. You already know, huh? Intensity built to last fitness. So this morning, man, we're going to talk about setbacks, man, because setbacks be crushing us. And this relates to fitness and how we're able to bounce back from them setbacks when our mind is, like, in a certain place. Because things happen, man, and sometimes a storm will come out of nowhere. Absolutely. Knock us off our feet, man, and we be thrown off for days. But the key is to readjust that thinking, to get back in line with your goals, to get back on point. Because, man, when that happens and it come out the blue, man, you don't know what to do. Your mind racing 1,000,000 miles per hour. You done put work in to build up things, and it just crush your soul, man. So, man, we're going to talk about that, man, setbacks, man, because we just experienced some. A lot of people we just was around, like, experienced some setbacks, man. So, man, our key is, like, now, how do we bounce back? How do people bounce back from them setbacks, bro? What do you think?
I think, man, peace. Good morning, everybody. I think, man, definitely by what we just went through and what people around us went through. It really made me reflect on my sentence.
Yeah.
When I got sentenced, as you know, I was 16 years old. I got sentenced to 12 with an 85 for armed robbery, right? So that was a major setback in my life. At 16, you got your whole life ahead of you, got your whole future ahead of you. So at that time when I got sentenced, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I felt defeated. I felt my life was taken away from me. I don't even like to call it a mistake.
Uh-huh.
Because I feel as though I had a certain degree of knowledge to know better.
Yeah.
So I don't like to say that I made a mistake. I made a conscious decision to commit an act that was wrong. That set me back. But I say that to say, when we was going through what we was going through, I'm like, wow, man, we could look at this as a setback, or I could have the mindset that I had when I got sentenced. That I will build myself up, I will build my mind up, I will learn from this experience. You understand what I'm saying? So what we went through, I just feel as though we bonded more.
Yeah.
We learned more. You understand what I'm saying? About the responsibilities that we must take, the responsibilities of, when you do have a team, that everybody have to be, secure in a position and have to have knowledge, man.
True.
Knowledge also could, the lack of knowledge could have a setback as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not intentionally the lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
You just don't know a thing.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes we beat each other up, but once we learn that, all right, we don't know this. Yeah. Let's figure out how we can know it.
Yeah.
Therefore, if this was to happen again, which it won't happen again, you understand what I'm saying? It'll be something else.
Yeah.
But it's gonna build us. It's gonna encourage us.
True.
It's gonna show you the character of people that you're amongst. You understand what I'm saying? So we probably want to change it to, your setback will become your building block. Make every stumbling block your stepping stone to build a greater building.
Yeah, and I agree with that, because that's how it is, though. Everything we went through, like you spoke on, like when prison being that setback, right? And that was a crucial setback at a time of our life. We're going to prison because you had to readjust to everything. And out here, and that setback happened to us here. Now we look and we're like, damn, we got to readjust and we got to figure something out. But what kept us like pivoted and kept us moving and helped us readjust our thoughts back to that positive way is working out. Mm-hmm. Like, because we came in here and we really relieved stress. Them days, we was digging, we was upset, we was frustrated. Our minds was racing. It's like it was another crucial setback of life. And for me, it was like, not again. You get what I'm saying? Because it's looking like we planning to move forward and then getting punched, boom, after you thought you asked the right questions or you did what you're supposed to do, to make sure you're secure in your position. But it ain't happen that way because life can knock you down sometimes like that.
Indeed. It also made me think, man, like we had one episode where we spoke about, you know, behind the scenes and certain things. And people don't know, you know what I mean, behind the scenes, even the conversations and the builds that we had to embark on this journey.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? The encouragement we had to give each other, the vision we had to establish, the trust we had to establish. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it was, we could have been hesitant in leaving our job, working for somebody.
True.
Now, I mean, we was hesitant. You know what I mean? We felt as though that would have been a setback because we still men. Like you said, we still providers. You know what I mean? We still got families that we want to support as men. Yeah. So to leave a job, you understand what I'm saying? To where it's though, hey man, you're getting paid week to week. Why would you stop doing that just to work for yourself? Nigga, what do? You just train people? Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we train people. Yeah. We don't work out with people, we train them. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And when we training these people, sometimes they have setbacks. True. Sometimes they body hurt. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes life take place and they don't want to come in here. Yeah. So they'll have a booming month straight. They inspired, they going. You understand what I'm saying? Next thing you know, we ain't getting that text in the morning, is that door gonna be open at 6? Yeah. You know what I mean? So they have a setback and we gotta encourage them and keep them motivated.
True, yo, you hit it, cause that's a fact. Cause in here we watch people have them setbacks, like from working out, wanting to change, but sometimes life overpowers them. It takes over the mental of what they was doing and what they was motivated to do for that 1 month. Let's say 1 month, you get the client, they going ham. You see it, you see the potential shit, and then something hits them out the blue. Boom. Now they not around no more. So they challenging and they struggling with themselves. This like in life in general, people struggle to do something different when they going through something because it's hard. Your mind racing. You got two sides talking to you in your mind. You know, so now it's like, what do you let overpower you? Do you let overpower you the negative or the positive part? Where you know through any storm, if you still breathing, you could get through it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, and that's what we build on, and that's what been our greatest strength, is being able to have someone you could come to or someone else to give you the encouraging words where y'all can figure it out together as a team, where you got family members who encourage you. Like our wives encourage us a lot. Absolutely. To keep pushing. You feel what I'm saying? The words they sent through the messages for us and all that. Definitely your wife, she sent some powerful things through the messenger, which was great. You know what I mean? Just feeling what we're going through, because you could tell when it's knocked off and people think like every day for us is just great, which is not. We fighting. We fighting, man. Bro.
And definitely coming into the gym, I told you I had called you. I called you one morning, right? And I walked into the gym and I was like, you know, this brick and mortar, man, that's what it is. It can be built many times over, but the spirit that we create and that we're creating in here, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Is definitely positive in our life and is a positive outlet in others' life. And that's what I value and that's what I appreciate. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm grateful for. As far as, you see, when I sit here, I build a lot on the community. I build a lot on the babies. So to see that manifest, congregate and be amongst your people, and you see that there's a degree of love, that there's a degree of acceptance, you know what I mean? That gave me the ability to see that what we're doing, you understand what I'm saying, and what we're projecting out into the universe is good. And as long as we keep loving and as long as we keep giving that love, man, I always say we'll receive it back. And I mean tenfold.
Facts. Yeah, facts. Word is bond. And plus, we get to like help people like with life, like, because that's why I always like when you mention good, like we don't never talk about like working out. We always talk about training, because we train them mentally, physically, spiritually. Because you have to be balanced on all them playing fields. Because why? Something always in life is coming our way to try to overtake us. Some problem at home, some health issue somebody dealing with, some bills people go through, job they might lost, or whatever the case, it's problems that's going on in the world daily that we face. You know what I mean? But we got to stay strong and we got to be true to what we believe. So for us to overcome these storms and obstacles, we got to stay true to ourselves and believe in the goals that we set forth to help people and to keep striving. Because like I said, man, when one door opens, God opens a couple more. Every time. You might can't see it when you're going through that storm, but it's a fight. It's a challenge. So you got to keep pushing through everything you're going through. I mean, and us as brothers, like, yo, we got good people around that always motivate, yo. Because when you get that morning text, bro, 5 in the morning, that's when Craig hit 5 in the morning, he was like, yo, keep going, bro. Don't worry. Keep going. Do this, do that. You text. Keep going, bro. Yo, we got this. We're going to do this. Yo, that's encouraging. That makes you get up every morning and fight harder.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So we the setback is something like you can come back stronger. A setback is just for the a meantime, temporarily. But that comeback is going to be forever.
And also, I would like to say, right, we have this podcast, right, and it's how fitness changed our life.
Yeah.
Right? So is a statement, is us telling y'all how fitness changed our life, right? So we share the information that we study for.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We show and prove by our actions, I mean, that it is fitness that's saving our life.
Yeah.
And I want to say, man, for the people that's out there and y'all do watch us, and it's many, because sometimes we come on and say, yo, people don't like or whatever. But, you know, there's a lot of people that like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that have their eye on us.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that want to come out.
Yeah.
But they just afraid to come out for whatever the reason may be. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people are not social butterflies.
Yeah.
They don't want to be, I mean, with a group of people. But I like to say, like, the best thing that we have here is group exercises. Yeah. The group exercises is what motivate, you know what I mean? Motivate somebody. You see the person next to you, they getting it in. It don't matter their size, their age. You understand what I'm saying? Their race is just is a unified front for us to get through that goal that we set on the board. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, a lot of those that's out there and y'all watch us speak or y'all watch us work out, don't be afraid. We're not going to apply the workouts that we use on ourselves. We do that to each other because we know which state of mind that we in. We like we say, we're training. Yeah. Now, I mean, we're training to produce something that's in our mind, a vision that we have. So when brothers and sisters come in here to train with us, we test them. We test their strength, their endurance, and I always ask the brothers or the sisters, why are you here? Yeah. Because if you here just to work out, then you'll work out. But if you here to train, then I know your intentions and I know what my intentions have to be with you. So those out there in the community and abroad, we do Zoom. Yeah. You could contact us for group training, personal training. Yeah. Don't be afraid, man, because fitness also could change your life.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's why we came up and so could be like fitness had an impact on a lot of people's lives that we saw, like, and the lives of people we change daily. Like each daily, the conversations we have with our community that come in here. Cause I call them a community, our family, because they my family. You know what I'm saying? Because we bond together, we gel, and we look to enhance each other's life. And the joy they get, yo, the feeling they get when they come in here, when they working out, and when they start seeing results, yo, they want to go harder. They push themselves harder, man. We got a group of men and women that come in here, bro, that each and every day, bro, they going, they digging. They on a mission because fitness is changing their life. Absolutely. It's changing their life, and it's because of what we got to offer, what we giving out at that same token, because they help us through our struggle. Because when we was going through some of them days, but when we came here, nobody really could tell or know. Because they brightened us up. They gave us an energy feel back that we needed. Because when you walk in this door, you feel a different energy. And we always talk about the red and black. This is our struggle. This is what we talk about. All of us go through this, that red and black, that dark side, that bleed, right? Absolutely. Right? So now for us to bounce back, what you do, you got to come up out that darkness. You got to go within yourself and know you greater than this. And you got to keep pushing and keep fighting. We can't give up. We came too far to fold and give up. We went through hell already. Like people say, how you say that? You ain't done. Yo, if you went to prison and you did years in prison, I don't care if you did 6 months. If you did multiple years in prison and you talking about once you start getting up to 5 years, a decade and more and all that, bro, your mind is mentally like wore down. Like you had to make so many adjustments just to live in that confinement for all them years. You had to elevate your mental on a whole nother playing field. And people don't really get that. And even on the streets, we still readjusting. And some of us been here 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years. and still could tell you about their prison day.
Word is bond.
You get what I'm saying?
Not to cut your wisdom.
Nah, you
Remember
go.
one time we was building, right? And I said, the closest that I ever experienced, and I say peace a lot,
Yeah,
right? We say peace. Morning, brother, peace. The greatest peace that I ever felt in my life was when I was in prison.
See?
That was the closest I was to heaven when I was in prison because of the state of mind that I was in.
Yeah, but no, you right, because just think about it. When we're in prison, we lock in a whole nother way. I'm talking about it's different. Like, because we learned to not worry about nothing.
Word is bond.
Like, we learned to not care. Like, and it's people be like, oh, that's that. You know, like, or we really don't have the emotions and feelings that a lot of people have. Death don't hurt as bad as when you're in prison. Because when you're in prison, heard so many family members passed away. Your kids you left out on the streets. Your family, your mom, your brothers, your sisters. You left all these people behind. You don't pay bills no more. None of this. And so now you learn, like, you know what? The issues they dealing with, I can't help them anyway. So why would I stress myself out? So we put our mental in that different room. And like, you know what? Man, we here now. This is what we doing. Nothing else bothers. What happened outside that wall happens outside that wall.
It's like a person who go to fight in a war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They must if you inside of that war and you engulfed in the mentality of what's taking place, you would have to reject everything of the ordinary world.
Yeah.
So when we went to prison, we had to reject everything that was outside of those walls. Yeah. Because if you allow what was outside of those walls to consume you, I seen brothers go crazy.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? Because they allowed, they worried about their girl, they worried about this, they worried about that, they worried about everything but what's taking place inside their self, not inside prison. Because the prison is a world within itself. Yeah. You know what I mean? But not realizing what's inside of you. You understand what I'm saying? So when I'm gonna speak for me, when I went to prison, you understand? And this is why I always speak about the youth. I always focus my attention on the youth, because when I went to jail or youth or Jamesburg, I was young. Yeah. Right. So being of a young age, starting from the old youth house, fucking going to Jamesburg program. You understand what I'm saying? Once I went down Yardville, I seen all my peers that I was in those programs with. You understand what I'm saying? Wow. The youth house with. So I seen that we was growing up inside a prison. Yeah. We was becoming adults inside a prison. Once I got smacked with 12 years, it was like, all right, what the fuck you gonna do for 10 years? You know what I mean? What you gonna do for 10 years? You gonna fraternize with your peers? Y'all gonna kick it? You understand what I'm saying? That became boring. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you have to go inside of yourself. And I'm speaking on this because it was a major setback. Even when I came, I've been home damn near 10 years after the fact of doing 10 years. That's 20 years. Yeah. But it's taken me 10 years to adjust from prison. You understand what I'm saying? Damn. But even though it was a setback in my life, I like the song Kevin Gates said, right? He said, I'm coming into my power. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we all are. And many of those that's out there, you have to come into your power. Yeah. Now, I mean, and that's why I like training, because it allows you to, if somebody's standing next to me and they doing the shit that I'm doing, I know they a maniac in their mind. You understand what I'm saying? I know they just as crazy as I am. Because I'm not a fitness guru. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not the most wisest in that field. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But when you go to war and you train and you lock in on what they tell you to do, this is what you're here for, my man. And when we committed to, saying that we going to take this knowledge, this wisdom, and this understanding that we got and give it to the people, we committed to that. So that's where we locked in at.
Yeah, fact. Yo, but, right, and you hit it, yo, because we had to learn ourselves in prison. But like this on the streets, a lot of people still don't know themselves, they true powers within themselves. I'm talking about on the streets, never been incarcerated, never nothing. Nothing never went wrong. They walked a straight line, and they still don't know themselves. They don't understand their true powers from within, because they haven't had the time or they haven't, I ain't gonna say have the time because you have the time. You haven't took the time out necessarily to work on yourself. And that's the issue out here. You feel what I'm saying? Mad people out here in prison mentally. Like they stuck in the jail, bro. They been in the jail longer than we've been in the jail. And we actually physically was in a prison cell. But they been longer in cages in their mind longer than we have.
Absolutely.
They scared to face the reality of the real world, of what they going through. They scared to become something new. They're afraid to become something new because of the world. Everybody follows the world and have to get a pat on the back from the world before they become something else first. My friend got to tell me I'm doing this, or my friend got to be approval of this. No, you got to be approval of yourself first. Whatever you approve of and whatever you see your life is fit and that you want to take your life to that next level, you have to pat yourself on the back first. Your friends who see that and really want you to win, they're going to pat you on the back and they're going to keep encouraging you. And that's where we stuck at out here, yo. We've been stuck in this world, right? And we chase other things to make us happy. When we don't look good, when we figure male or female, when we start gaining some weight, what we do? We go buy the name branded clothes and put them on so it could give a different aura about us. But deep down inside, when we looked in that mirror, when we just had all the clothes off, we hated our stomach. We hated the way our arms looked. We ain't had no muscle mass. We ain't had no chest. Women hate their gut. They look. So what they start doing? They get a girdle. Now you got the guys wear waist trainers too all day and stuff like that. Doing all this same stuff because they dislike their body. You dislike your body, but you won't do nothing about it. But you go and try to do other things to hide it, to make it come in and look flat for a couple hours.
Because oftentimes, Tay, a lot of us, man, and I don't want to use the word hate, but I always shared the knowledge that was shared with me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't want to be forceful with that particular knowledge. But I must say that our people, all of us, we have lost a very valuable part of ourselves. And like we mentioned, it's the knowledge of who we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The capability of what we have, what we're able to do in this world if we're together. That's why I like training. It shows you. It ain't a lie. Bruh. It's right in front of your face. If a person walk through that door, people walk through that door, and they begin to train and jumping jacks and squats and mountain climbers and all that, you know what I mean? They doing that because we came together as a collective whole and said, this is what we're going to do. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same thing when we go outside of that door. If we come together as a collective whole, ain't nothing could stop us. But we lack that knowledge of who we are. We lack the knowledge of even why we're here. If you tell, I tell a person when I'm building with them, right? I say, who are you? 10 times out of 10, they going to give you their name. Hey, my name Dontae. My name Little Billy. My name Raphael. Whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you say, yo, strip you from your name, right? Or does your name represent the nature of who you are? What's your nature? Right? What's your origin in this world? Why was you put here? Why are we even here? Why do we always talk about unity? Why are we even here trying to project fitness into the minds of our women, our babies? Why? You understand what I'm saying? A person can say, man, I ain't working out. I ain't doing that shit. And then it goes into health.
Facts. That's how deep it get though. But you got a lot of people like, I don't need to work out. I don't need this, on that. But bro, we talking about living. All the others, but not just living health-wise. We talking about mentally. Mental, because right, when they speak on certain things, yo, mental health, right, is a big issue out here. Mental health is a big issue. So that means things is playing in people's minds, right? Working out expresses certain different chemicals in the brain that helps with mental health. The type of foods we eat triggers certain things in the brain, right? It makes us feel certain type of ways. Think about it. If a person going through something, they find comfort foods, snacks, is a comfort food for people, right? Because what's in them snacks, what sends a signal to the brain to make you feel comfort, relaxed. It eases you. People run to this stuff because chips, sodas, comfort food, bro. Right. So when you start talking to a person about changing their eating, and if you mention, the first thing they ask you, do I got to change my eating habit? What do you think? You consume in something that really don't offer the body no beneficial health facts at all. Like, there's no vitamins, there's no minerals, there's no nothing inside these foods that's helping you. So you do it and you consume them because on a daily basis is because you look for it. It becomes the addiction. It becomes the next high. A candy and a Pepsi is the next high. Mm-hmm. The cookie, the honey bun you like is the next high. It's the next drug you check. It makes you feel good. You search for that. You ever saw people who drink sodas a lot and when they can't get to a soda, how they act? It's like a person who drink coffee every day. Look at them when they don't get no coffee in the morning. You won out. You won out, my brother. But I'm just saying, but look at it though. That feel, you get what I'm saying? That feel of not having that coffee. Like, yo, I gotta get my coffee, man. I gotta jumpstart my day with my coffee. That part is what we gotta learn. That part we gotta start feeding our brains different things. Because it's chemicals.
It become an addiction.
Addiction. So it's chemical. Like to us, working out is an addiction to us though. Like this is our addiction. Feel what I'm saying? Some people like overwork out. They work out for 5, 6, 7 hours because it's a addiction to them. Feel me? We love this. Like I love it so much because how it makes me feel, how it makes me look, how it helps with my thinking. When I'm going through something, I could walk in here, bro, and it feel like I could take over the world. So it locks me back in that mental position that I had myself in at one point where I said I wanted to change my life. Because to me to get to this point of saying fitness helped change my life, saying how fitness changed our lives, right? My mind took a different change in itself. But it's what I started feeding it. It's what I started doing. So I started reading, right? I started writing down stuff. I started saying what I don't want to do in my life. I started saying, what do I want in my life? So these questions I had to ask myself to make a mental change. I'm like, yo, I don't want to go back home and drink. I just was drinking out there like crazy. And I was drinking to cover up the hurt I was feeling, the pain I was going through. So for me, I said, I don't want to do that no more. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about me. This is how I started getting to my points. I said, I don't want to do that, because I used to chase the bottle because I was so stressed out. I couldn't figure out why. You feel what I'm saying? Why? But then once I sat down and I'm without the drink, and I'm thinking in my mind racing, said everything start being clear. I start focusing. I start being able to solve the issues from 5, 6 years prior before prison that I was struggling with. The 2 years before me going to prison, the loss of my dad, all that stuff like that, leaving everybody home. Yo, I struggled with that until prison helped me relieve it. The fight, I'm talking about, I fought to change.
I'm not to cut you. See,
you good, go.
It makes my mind spin, right? Because, like I said, if I get on this mic, I'm an inch in there towards the motherfuckers in the community in higher up positions. If they listening, they probably give us a call or whatever the case may be. But I say that to say this. By you taking the opportunity, right, to sit down and gather your thoughts and grow to understand and know who Tay is, right? The nature of Tay and what he want to put out into the world, and vice versa. I mean, me coming into the knowledge of, who and what I want to be. Yeah. All right, you have these 2 young black males, right? They go through a situation, right? They go to jail, they go to prison, because when you go to prison, society have given up on you.
Yeah, facts.
They saying that, listen, there's nothing that we can do out in society that's going what they say, rehabilitate this individual, so we're going to put them in prison. That's why prison is not designed to really reform your thinking. It's to give you your sentence, you go do it, and that's it.
Come back the same.
Yet we didn't come back out here the same. So we have qualified ourselves, right, as men, not just black men, but as men who could go out into any part or any community, give our story, share our story. What allowed us to change our mind? What issues that we had to figure out we was dealing with in order to even come back and say, yo, we want to run a youth boot camp. We want to run a young scholars program. We want to put something in the minds of our babies so that they ain't up there fighting in the field in Trenton High as if they animals and they hurting each other and them our babies. Yeah. Now I mean, and many of us we close in Trenton. We know each other. Yeah. Now I mean, close as in you'll be surprised. Like, man,
you'll be surprised.
All motherfuckers related out that motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? So when I seen that, you feel me? Yeah. My heart was broken, because here it is. You got qualified men that you could put in a position to try to maneuver and get into the mind of these children. Yeah, it's null and void. You understand what I'm saying?
Because, like how people looked at us, bro, it's a lost cause. So people like...
I just think it's a determined idea. Not to cut your wisdom off. I don't think that our children is a lost cause. No. I think that they project that. That's
what I'm talking about, into the minds. They not, but I'm saying what they look at and already painted in the picture of like they're a lost cause. There's no help for them. They did that for us. So now we had to find a different alternative, a different way ourselves. So now the people who out there that's know and they in a position or whatever the case can be to do something different, really not putting the effort in because they already saying the kid is lost. So if you go up into these schools, half the teachers don't want to teach you no more. They go there to get the paycheck. You understand? Because they see the kid already, say, oh, this kid act out already. So they not going the extra step.
Or they not qualified.
That too. And then, right, nobody, like back in the day, teachers would call home, and then at home too, some parents ain't even listening to the teacher when they call home and tell you the kid acting out. So
they defensive.
Yeah, they get defensive from the door. So it's like the scale is lump-sided both ways. So it's like, all right, what can we do as a community, as a whole, as everybody, the schools, the superintendents, everybody, the moms, the dads, the whatever, I'm talking about the community, everybody. In that whole, what can people start doing to change, to show the kids it is something else you can do. It is a way you're supposed to act. It is, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you know what they could do? This government get money, right? This government get money. They're funded money to do certain things that they choose not to do. You understand what I'm saying? We know this. It's been going on for many days, months, and years before we was even imagined in the erection of our fathers. You understand what I'm saying? That this plan of action that's being taken on us, you understand what I'm saying, is continuous.
Yeah, but this our continuous setback. All the time we talk about setback. This is our life continuously setback because no one is willing to sacrifice. No one willing to sacrifice. Like to sacrifice, like we try mad things that sometimes we try on a budget that we really can't even do it with. Sometimes like the money, sometimes we just use it. You know what I'm saying? We like forget it. We just gonna do it. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But people don't know that. People might think we do it because we got the. No, sometimes we just do it. Period. Because we want to see a different change, and we know anger happens from when you have and you express it in different ways. So if you have nowhere to let the anger out at or no one to talk to, you're gonna let it out on another individual. So now when you start talking about you beefing from these part of town or this side of town or this side of town, who do you let your anger out on?
And 10 times, not to cut your wisdom off, 10 times out of 10, man, our young brothers, right? See, because we talking about fitness, and everybody say, well, what all this got to do with fitness? Because 10 times out of 10, our young brothers, they going to go to jail. They going to get them a couple sets of push-ups.
Pull-up bar.
They going to hit that pull-up bar. You understand what I'm saying? So why not bring your children with us who been there, and they don't got to go behind that wall in order to, you understand what I'm saying?
But you know the greatest thing, and not to cut you off, right, Peace, right?
Bro.
And you're right about that, but right, you know the greatest thing but fitness, right, while people say, kids love to do what? Be active. This is nothing but being active. These kids would like to play sports. These kids will play basketball, football, baseball, soccer, whatever. But if they only being pitched one way of life, what else do they do? Because it's looking like the coolest part of life is acting out. Fighting, because everything where it go at now, social media.
And it's another thing. Moms, bring these young brothers down, man. It don't even got to be to me and this brother. You find a brother in the community who you feel as though is active and qualified to nurture and raise your son if he don't got his father. Or if he got his father, we all need help.
Yeah.
We all fathers of civilization. It takes a village, right? Yeah. But this ain't no shot or nothing, right?
Nah.
But I'm training 2 young brothers. I send them on a mission. Go out there and do this. I go out there to check on them, the mom with them, nurturing them. Baby, it's called cultivation, right? If the mother get the child and she cultivate that man, that man child, she can make a woman out of him.
Yeah.
She can make him feminine.
Yeah.
He won't be solid. So I told her, you know, in a joking way, like, listen, I mean, you have to go.
Yeah.
You have to go and let me do what you paying me your money to do. You understand what I'm saying? Because if I'm sending them on a mission, they out there running, you out there socializing with them and talking, and you understand what I'm saying? They're not even taking this aspect of it serious.
Nah.
So you gotta go, sisters, so that we could do our job.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, you feel me, even with me. Now I mean the shit that I go through with my own child mother.
Yeah.
You have to step aside and let me raise him as a man. Don't try, you know what I mean? Don't try to manipulate that. Because when you manipulate that, we're not losing out. The child lose out. We're not losing out if the women in the community don't let us father these children. Who the fuck is him? He ain't. Nah. Because these brothers, they gotta go through trial, tribulation. They gotta go through trial and error. And sometimes you need solid men amongst you. A lot of times, I guarantee you, you and I, when we went to prison, we encountered solid men.
That's how
some of these
change.
Yeah, some of these men probably been in prison all they man, I got a son your age, but they were solid because they elevated their mind and they shared that with us. Go ahead, add on,
and they didn't want us to come back though. You get what I'm saying? They saw something and they like, yo, bro, listen, you don't want to keep doing this. Cause some of them will tell you like, yo, bro, I'm 50, I'm 60, man. And when I walk out of here, man, you get what I'm saying? And they like, yo, you young, you got life ahead. You still do anything you want. Like some of these kids, yo, and the problem is that, yo, when we went to 9th grade academy and talked to them young boys, bro, everything changed, bro. They started wanting us there. They started opening up. They started asking us to this. How can they get here? But we ain't had no way to get here for them. But we working on all that stuff. But we ain't had no way to get them here. They wanted to come. You
man, a lot of the young, man, when I go home, bro, and I pull up and they, Mr. Billy, can I come? And it be sad because I can't load all of them up in that motherfucking, what I got? and Impala. You understand what I'm saying? I can't. I be wanting to, don't I?
Yeah.
I load their ass in there.
Right,
I'm from back in the day. Remember when you see the whole
car
car full of
10
kids?
people in there.
You understand what I'm saying? Bring them down.
Yeah.
But it's sad, man. You understand what I'm saying? That it's sad that.
This would have worked take up, but this are setbacks, and none of us really want to try to work and really correct it. You got people out there doing things, but it's none as a collective whole to really make a crucial impact. And because we can't change our control. We can't change everybody, but we know, like they always say, man, if you get 1 or 2 people, you did a hell of a job. Feel what I'm saying? So all these kids out here, you telling me, out of all these kids, 100 kids, 10 can't be saved? It's impossible. They don't want to do it. They doing it because of the environment. And what they portraying, they have to be to their brother. I'm portraying I got to be tough. And really deep down inside, how many times you knew somebody come up, they really didn't want to do it, but they did it because they didn't want to look like a punk. They had to remain tough. And that's what it is. And them lines cross, it's like that for adults. It's like that for our kids. That's all around the board. You can't talk to nobody no more unless they'll cuss you out real fast, a drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying? You can't. There's a lot of things you can't do. So it takes us as a whole to work on ourselves. If we find ourselves first, we can touch our kids. That's all, because we all fighting in a certain way to touch our kids, man, to prevent them from doing certain things, commit certain acts. Once they get to a certain age, you know they're going to make their little mistakes, but you just can't give up on them. You still got to work with them. You still got to be there for them. And that's what we're talking about. So this is how fitness works, because, like, you know what's so great, right? One of the ladies who bring her kid, the two brothers, the other 2 brothers, that come in when you tell them what to do, they just lock in and go crazy. Yeah. She texted and said, some lady, we had a game, some lady wants your information because they see my son now. They looking at how his body and stuff changing, how they been seeing him play back, but they looking at the difference now since they like, oh, he get trained. The big difference. And that mother and father never come in here when they send their kids through that door. At all. They never come in here because they trust and believe what we do. And now they see the results firsthand. The father said it last month. The mom texted yesterday from a game saying how we see the changes in your son. What he do, where he go, what's going on. You get what I'm saying? This is what we giving out. This is no lie. This is no in-between. It's not made up. We do this on a daily basis, bro. To men, women, and young kids, young men, right?
So
Every
if
day.
you out there and you want to be trained or you want your kids to be trained, you can contact Coach Tay or you can contact Coach Shaw. You can reach me at 609-829-1932. Thank you.
You already know, 609-833-2809. But look, we giving this, but this what helps people find themselves too. Fitness helps you find yourself. Because you start thinking different. You start feeling better. The insecurities, issues you have, they start going away. You asked the lady something and said, dang, yo, you be working so hard. Why you don't want to do this? And they explained to you the reason why, and it was a real valid reason. But you saw something in that lady to ask that question.
Indeed.
Because she been busting.
The doors
The
down.
door. I'm talking about she been going twice a day. Now, because everything in her mind has changed. We got 2 other ladies, man. They ain't sitting on that, but yo, man, we got all the ladies, cause all ladies, cause they turned up. All of them have turned up, bro. We did a workout the other day with all the ladies in here, bro. Got them through one good workout. We had something on the side that me and the brother and them were just running through, some harder shit. And guess what they said? They said, yo, we want to do that. You know how that made us feel in here? They changing. They see it, but they mental is changing.
They was ready too. They was lined up. Where are
ours at? No, they waiting though. Like, where our line at? We want to do this too. So, and that put joy in us. That made us feel better. That made us want to work harder. That made us want to give more. And so the people out there, that's what I'm telling you. Yo, we changing the game. Like, it's going to happen, right? We not giving up. We changing this shit because we give out the full advice. We give out how to train. We teach how to eat. The hardest thing people go through. The hardest thing. We teach how to eat. We don't strip you of everything when you walk through the door and say you gotta go cold turkey, you on a diet. We change the mindset so they start saying they're not even on a diet. What they on? Lifestyle changes. They creating new habits. 21 days to break a habit, 21 days to create a habit.
Indeed.
90 days to make it a lifestyle. We creating habits. We creating habits to help a person what? Make it a lifestyle. So when people be talking all that, that's what I tell people, you got to feel this and to know what's going on. Or when you hit and say, oh, well, that might cost too much, we should charge way more for what we do. Because we give out too much, we too valuable, and we know everything we're doing to a T. So we motivate people, we encourage them, right? We lift their spirit up to 150. So we change their spirit, we change their mental, we change their physical. We change everything that need to be changed in life, playing field. Life tell us mentally, physically, spiritually, you need these 3. So we just changed that with every individual walked in the door.
That's why we say fit is the shit.
All day long, right?
You know what I mean?
You feel it, but look at that. And when a young kid come here and when they lock in, look how we changed their life.
Man, I'm going to say a name. Shout out to Nas, man. I love that young boy, man. You hear me? Yeah, he be locked in. So, you know what I mean? Listen.
But look at that, though. But the feel he gives us, the feel they gives us. When he come in here, right, he battle to fight against something he can't do.
He don't like that.
He don't like that. He get frustrated because he can't do it.
Yeah, I had him do one of my workouts one day. I was like, Jesus.
But he don't complain.
He don't
None of them now. But all of them come in here, bro. They bust, they dig, they grind. They give us 150. That's what we love to do. But right, we're going to be closing soon. But right, out there, what we trying to say, don't let your setback keep you from growing. Let that setback be a lesson. Fight harder through it. Make the right adjustments to get you going. Focus more. Get in the gym, in a building, somebody to train. See, people think they go to the gym and they just work. Everybody can't do that. It's a reason why like everybody around the world got trainers, got nutritionists. They got, you get what I'm saying? These people in the world, some people in the world pay $1 million a year for trainers and nutritionists.
Word is life.
Athletes and stuff to keep in shape and do stuff they do. Trainers, bro. That's why you think all these is out here. These certifications and license ain't out here for nothing. So people think they can run in the gym and go in there. They're going to lose a couple pounds real quick, but then they ain't going to really know what they're doing. People doing it for the fab. Don't do it for the fab. Do it for you. Do it for the way you really want to look and feel. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for nobody else, man. And we know our setback that we doing, y'all going to see we're going to have a lot more great things coming. Because we're going to show y'all how we bouncing back from our setback because we're going through the same struggle. You want to drop something on them before we go?
Yeah, man. Y'all know I like to start everything with today's mathematics. Today's mathematics is wisdom born. So you take 2 plus 9 is what?
29.
Nah, 2 plus 9 is what?
2 plus 9, 11.
11.
Yeah.
11 is knowledge. That's 1, right? Yeah. So my knowledge, your knowledge, you add it together, it becomes supreme wisdom, baby. You understand what I'm saying? So what we manifesting is our wise words, ways, and actions. 9 represent born. We born in, we making it a reality. Just like you had to go through 9 different stages to give birth, to give life to. We going through our 9 different stages: knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, power, equality, God, build and destroy, born, cipher. So, like we said, sometimes it's a setback.
Yeah.
It's build and destroy. Now I mean, now we building and we destroying all. Anything that try to get in our way, we destroying it.
Facts.
We making our wisdom born. Me and the brother. Knowledge and knowledge coming together. Peace.
Peace, yo. We out.
Yeah.
I thought you